Good morning, 239
Hey,
Live
hey.
family.
Open House Friday, Lois.
Open House Friday.
It's going to be a party in here tonight.
We're going to be partying here tonight, and we're going to be intellectualizing at the beginning. We're going to be intellectualizing during our show today because we have some wonderful guests.
Yep.
We have the dynamic and also sweet Reg Buxton. He's sitting over there chuckling. Publisher of Life in Naples magazine, and you'll get to see our new ad in Life in Naples and all what's going on in the Swamp Angel world. Our next guest is Marina Berkovic, who I am so delighted I can say her name on air right. But more importantly, we get to understand her story of leaving Soviet Russia and getting to the United States, and that's a pretty cool story. We also have, who else do we have? We have, Deb Orton. You know about that. Benita Burt, right?
Yeah, Burt.
Burt, okay.
Benita, Stero, Rail Trail, yeah.
Rail Trail. She's going to be on our show at 11. And who else? These lovely people who just walked in the door, Carley and Jacob, the co-founders of Brightside Vacation. They'll be coming up shortly. And
just head back to the green room in the back,
back
guys.
To the green room
Get
in the back.
comfortable.
Yep. And
always glad to have you on the show with me, Lois, on a Friday.
Yes. So we have Deb, we have Reg, we have Marina, and we have this other wonderful couple. So it's going to be some exciting.
And Jimbo and Lois coming at you live.
Well, that's the best part. Like Folgers waking up with Folgers in your cup, except.
Good Lord. There we go. Marketing.
Jim and Lois on your Facebook. There you
Marketing
go.
and advertising, right?
Yes, exactly.
My baloney has a first name.
Yes, right. Oscar, I know you love that.
Yeah, I mean.
I'm going to get you a Wienermobile or a
Hey, well, I would drive it to work every day.
Well, we just got
everywhere.
these hot off the press, and we'll talk about the wonderful person who just put this in. But this is Life in Naples, and Reg Buxton will be coming up. And just wanted to show you the nice ad. We will. Oh Lord, that's sad.
No, this is kind of the. Yay!
Oh.
It's supposed to be. I'm learning my buttons.
Hit the right buttons.
Yeah.
Hit the right buttons. Okay, so we know we have the 239 live open house, which is really going to be a lot of fun. Yeah,
it's going to be a lot of fun. They're going to get here. We got obviously the music sponsored by Sugar Shack Sessions, powered by. So that's exciting. We have Avi with her company coming with her specialty and flan, rice pudding, all that kind of stuff. Assortment. We'll have some live art. We have and then the studio itself to look at, right? So that's why we're doing this, to show off what we've been doing here. You get to meet Lois, the legend,
live and in person.
And live and in person, you can actually touch her. She's not just a myth.
You got to put your money on the table first.
And her booth will be in the back, just so where the X-rated part happens.
My husband will be taking the money.
Yeah, I love it. And so I'm super excited. I've been putting this thing together for several weeks now, so I'm glad it's coming to fruition. I'm glad we get to show off studio. I'm glad we get to get people in and
just do something relaxing and fun without
no stress, man.
Well, it'll be stress. And the rain, we're all going to pray for the rain just to hold out, just like July 4th.
We're not going to have rain. Just say
we're not going to have rain.
We're not going to have rain.
Clear skies.
We're in the circle of sun.
Circle of sun.
That's right.
Circle of trust. Get in the circle of sun.
So and by the way, the response has been phenomenal. So
I've got a bunch of people I've got to give to you because they don't have Google to sign up on.
I mean, just the sign-ups have been fun. So thank you, Naples. Thank you, 239. Thank you, Bonita, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, everybody, the whole 239. We've had people sign up and respond from all over the 239, which is what we are, right?
Right.
We're
not all over Southwest Florida.
We're 239 live, and so that's the cool part about it. That we are. That's what we are. So it's cool to see people coming from all the cracks and corners of what makes Southwest Florida beautiful, and I'm excited.
Good.
Sorry. You can tell. I'll quit talking about it for now. But
he's going to keep talking about it. Who are you trying to fool, son? Well, let's get on to it because we have so many great guests. We got so many things going on today. Let's talk about our national days. There we go. Let's do that one. You can do that one. I can just tell the ones that we're going to talk about and then go right to the Purple Heart. That's the big day. So August the 7th, Sea Serpent Day, Raspberry and Cream Day, Lighthouse Day, but the first one we're going to focus in is on Purple Heart. Sure. That's kind of a unique combination. I thought, why did they put all those together? Because there's a whole bunch more, but that's okay. Let's look at the Purple Heart because for me, that is the most important one, other than the Raspberry Cream, but that's all right. So National Purple Heart Day. I have you and Di a pin, proud supporters of the Purple Heart. These are like gold, hard to get. And if you'll just share what the Purple Heart Day is all about. Today at 11:30, 7721 is having, VFW Post 7721 is having a tribute for Purple Heart. And do you know what a Purple Heart is?
Of course, wounded in action.
Exactly. So the Purple Heart Day began on on the 7th, commemorates the creation of the oldest American military decoration for military merit.
Wow. The
Purple Heart honors the men and women who are Military Order of Purple Heart during American Revolutionary War. The badge of military merit decorated 6 known soldiers. George Washington created the badge, get down here, of merit in 1782.
Wow.
And he intended to honor the, up there. He intended to honor, Its design includes a Purple Heart, heart-shaped, come on, Lois, piece of silk bound with thin edges of silver across the face. The word merit was embroidered into silver, while the badge symbolizes the courage and devotion of American patriotism. No one really knows who designed the award. But what I just gave Jimbo, that's all I have on that.
Yeah.
There is a Purple Heart you can't really see that.
You can't, but it says proud supporter with the Purple
Proud
Heart
supporter
in the middle.
and it's on my little.
Yeah. Yeah. Do we know how many Purple Hearts have been awarded?
Probably, if we look it up and Google it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but there's a lot. It's really pretty the way they have it set up now. I mean, they've got they've got the wreath over George's head. Mm-hmm. Proud supporter of the Purple Heart. So it's a really, really sweet thing, and you should be supporting Purple Heart. But most people don't tell you certainly the World War II guys did, and probably most of the Korea.
Yeah.
So that's why they have these special sessions down like at the VFW, American Legion, so to honor those people who do have it, so we don't forget.
We don't forget, and it's always a good thing to keep honoring heroes, which is what they are.
Yep.
And no matter how you slice it, dice it, do it, whatever it is, they did the ultimate sacrifice and defending your freedom.
Yeah.
To go thank them and say hello. Just keep them going, man. Keep it remembered.
Tim Timrod was a World War II veteran. He fought at Iwo Jima, was wounded.
Wow.
He was also in the Korean War, and he was wounded, and Vietnam, and he was wounded.
Wow.
So 3 Purple Hearts. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And the most elegant man in the whole world. He
amazing.
just was a wonderful, wonderful man. So
amazing.
I miss some of these old boys
amazing.
A lot.
Well, they don't make them like they used to. Sometimes I say that, and then hell, I'm old enough now where I'll say they don't make them like they used to from my day.
Exactly right. That's how it goes.
I mean, it is. I hate to say that, but it is.
That's good. But here's one of my fun things. You ought to tell the foam guys. They probably already know about this. I love those foam guys. They are just
awesome, right?
Awesome.
I mean, firemen right to a business to community-based, everything they're doing. I love it.
And just sweet, happy.
Yep.
Good. Today is National Water Balloon Day.
Yes.
And I thought, the foam guys could have a great time with this.
Look at that. Look how, remember when you used to take a balloon and put it on the outside faucet around? Look at how, now they've got it where, it's all been scaled. Look at that. It's industrial.
Yeah,
you can do 20 at a time now. Look at that.
Well, and you want to know how they got to be that way?
Sure.
Thanks to Texas father Josh Malone, he made it easier when he invented Bunch of Balloons in 2014. It's now licensed to Zuru, wherever that is.
Bunch of Balloons.
Where you can fill 100 balloons in 60 seconds. Is that great?
Yeah.
Man, that could be like, what was that in not Toy Story, but is Toy Story? No, that's not Toy Story. The Christmas one.
Oh,
they did the softball. Oh, man, they were throwing, he was.
Yeah, with the leg lamp.
No, that's a
No,
different one. He
different
thought
one.
he was. We're gonna play 4 syllables.
Yeah.
He was the Christmas elf, and he got abandoned in New York City, and he had to live with his dad, who was
What are you talking about? Elf?
elf. Okay, I
Elf.
just said that. Sorry, I'm like so focused on trying to get the face. Do you remember when they had the snowball fight?
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the elf was just.
Yeah.
Well, this mimics
He
that.
was a pro. Listen, if you're doing 100 balloons in 60 seconds, you're not in a little balloon battle. You're in a full-scale war.
Exactly.
You're now geared up. You got mass production going. You probably have an assembly line of logistics set up for the front line. And, I mean, who needs 100 balloons in 60 seconds?
Now, Mr. Josh did that, but back in 1950, Edgar Ellington invented the waterproof sock, and backyards haven't been the same. Or they used to be called condoms. They would blow those up and throw them. So, not that I ever did that. I'm just know that they have the longest toss and all that. But anyway, there you go. You got Edgar Ellington, who actually invented the water balloon, and then Mr. Josh, who did made it easier, 60 seconds. I love that. I've seen those. I haven't paid attention. I'm just starting to think, how do they do this? I'm going to have to go buy one to play with it to see.
Right?
Yeah.
I wonder how many emergency room trips water balloons have accounted for.
As long as they don't have rocks in them, I wouldn't think any.
You'd be surprised.
Well, unless you're throwing them on somebody that's doing a tightrope.
Have you ever seen what the arsenal of weaponry they have for water balloons now? They have these slingshot things.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, I'm out of it.
It's not old school anymore where the guy with the strongest arm always wins the battle. It's, they're strategically,
See,
yeah.
I like to use that to get rid of that iguana.
Yeah. You need an iguana gone?
Yeah, I do. You know somebody?
I got a pellet gun.
Well, he's eating my flowers. Good morning, Robert. He's eating my flowers, and I'm like, I'm done with you, baby. I am so done with you.
It's time to...
It's time for sayonara,
Yeah,
or whatever
it
the
is.
heck.
Yep.
Okay, let's see if there's anything else we got in the Purple Heart. I don't even know National Sea Serpent Day.
Sea serpent.
Yeah.
So that, to me, has a lot of... So I'm assuming, there it is, like a little sea serpent thing on the...
It's a little sea serpent. Could be a moray eel. I don't know.
But here's the bottom line. We don't know anything about the depths of the ocean. We're still discovering stuff as it swims by a deep camera or something. So who knows what's down there? Who knows what's going on with half that stuff? And I think for as long as we're going to be alive, there's going to be new discoveries.
Like the Loch Ness and all those things. Yeah. So this is part of just that.
Yeah.
That legend, and one sea serpent was adopted by the U.S. Wildlife Service for a time. A resident of the Chesapeake Bay area, the horse-like creature named Chessie reminds us of the legendary serpent named Nessie at the Loch Ness Monster. Chessie isn't the only monster to remind us of the Loch Ness. There are 2 Great Lake monsters named for Pressy and Bessie. Ooh, that's my mama's name. So,
Bessie or Betsy?
Bessie.
Betsy.
Miss Bessie. And her twin brother was named Jesse. Although I never knew that was her twin brother, and they actually, anyway, screwed up birth certificates.
So think about a village or a town that would say, you know what, I think it's a great idea. This has to be over about 20 beers. I think it's a great idea if we adopt a serpent.
Why not?
And make it part of our... I mean, you really have nothing going on in that town if you have to adopt a serpent and make that your marketing material to bring people to you.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
That is whatever works.
Whatever works.
Like swamp angels.
That's it.
Whatever
works. There's legends of all kinds of creatures. Water, land, all kinds of stuff.
Creatures.
Creatures of the night.
Creatures. And there, just so you know, this isn't all, just throw the days up there for people. If you, I don't want to do work, Purple Heart, you need to pay attention to. You need to mark that on your calendar for every year. And so what else is up there? You see the list?
Aged Care Employee Day.
People assisted living, so forth. National Lighthouse Day, I was going to put that one up. National Opportunity Day, I should have put that one up. But you can look up these things. National Psychiatric Technician Appreciation Day. Raspberry and Cream Day. Sea Serpent Day, we talked about that. particularly preposterous packing day.
Packaging day.
Packaging. We need to let one of our partners know about
Yeah.
that. See what they're doing for that.
Good
So
gravy.
anyway, Professional Speaker Day. Well, we could have had a lot of us on there. So those are some other great fun days.
Yeah.
That
Crazy.
yeah.
One day and all those days to celebrate something.
I still am reading.
Who
up-
needs just Christmas?
No, you have your
You
own.
have your
I
own
have
days.
two-headed alligator in my lake, and I'm the only one that's seen it.
There you go. Adele, good morning, and thank you for that.
Was that after coming in late?
Yeah, was that a happy hour sighting?
Well, it could be.
Yeah.
You never know.
You never know.
You just never,
never
know.
know.
But you're going to find out.
No, I mean, look at, you never know.
And speaking of, you never know, but now you know, we have a resident expert, a professional expert. You may know him as publisher of Life in Naples. You may know him as chair of the mosquito control. You may know him at many, many other things, like sitting on his phone and looking at it like. We're going to bring Reg up right now. All right, Reg, where'd I have your thing?
Reg, wake up over there. What do you got
he's-
going on? You
he's
got a
reading.
nap taking a nap.
Publisher, philanthropist, and community leader with more than 30 years of service.
Man.
Yeah. And he's done more things than Carter has little liver pills, but his leadership has included service on numerous non-for-profit boards, public agencies, civic organizations, and he truly is one of the most recognized advocates for community in this town. And
Yep. Man of many hats.
it doesn't take him long to get his point across, but when he does it
Eloquently.
with grace and eloquence
There
and
you
that
go.
Scottish flair. How's that, Mr. Reg?
What a pack of lies.
Okay, so there, yeah. My God.
Funny.
Yes, there are. It's so funny. They all are not lies. He's a wonderful,
No.
wonderful man.
The
He's
middle
done
one
a
was
lot
all.
of
The
stuff.
middle one was all right, I think, something like that.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. Well,
yeah.
what I was just saying, I was especially happy that he's one of our new partners.
Yeah.
Life in Naples magazine. I didn't
Love
have
it.
this cover, but we'll definitely
Love
post
it.
this up and let you know. You can see my wonderful
And you
article.
can put it up there with. Oh, it's already up there.
Yeah,
Life in
of
Naples in the
course we
corner.
do.
Yeah, well, you know.
And they have our wonderful ad, and then of course my wonderful story, which I have. Oh, because you have to write them like 2 months in advance, and I forget what I
It
write
takes us
about.
2 hours. It takes us a month and a half to correct it.
Shut up! It does not. Don't hurt my feelings. Anyway, so I'll look and see what that is. But anyway, yeah. Well, it did for the ad, so we won't even go there on that. So tell me what's up. What have you been new? I know that you're still on Dave's show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tuesdays
he does.
at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. Still doing Dave, and he's doing well on his podcast,
Yeah,
which is awesome.
Yeah, he's got good
Sponsor.
listenership.
Yeah,
or whatever.
listenership. Yeah, he's been
Boy,
doing
that's
this
a-
how long?
I was on this show for like 15 years, and I certainly wasn't on it when it started. When
Yeah.
when
Yeah,
he
he's
was,
been
on
around
with
for
the
a while.
Wait.
with the Winkle.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Did you know him, Dave?
No.
He does the morning. He did the morning show 6 to 9.
Yeah, 6 to 9.
Did
Gotcha.
on channel 98.9.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Man, do you remember Rich King?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
do.
yeah.
Rich King,
Yeah.
man. Yeah. No.
They don't. I mean, that was a mold they threw away right there for sure.
He has. Dave, would you hand me my drink over there? I got the dry mouth today. I don't know why. Got a little bit of sinus issues.
Thank you, D.
All right, turn around quick, D. Oh, you little witch. You little witch. She
So-
did that. I thought she was going to come
So
behind me. So
she's the one. She's the one that makes us all look good up here. By the
Yeah,
way,
yeah.
she doesn't
she's
like
the,
to be on camera, so
Yeah.
she shows her back. when
She's the magic.
The magic.
And then she puts the
Absolutely.
hoodie on when she walks back. She just,
Yeah.
honest to God. But she's probably a ninja in hiding or
Something like
Yeah.
that. Yes.
So
Yeah,
tell me what's
assassin.
going on in the big world of Naples, Collier
Well,
County.
we still got the city apparently trying to sell the airport. We got FAA saying that's kind of the best joke we've heard today.
They're trying to sell the airport.
Yeah. Well, they want to sell the land and everything.
What do they want to sell it for? What do
The
they?
city wants to sell it?
Yeah.
Well, they don't want the airport. What they want to do is they want to get rid of the airport, and then turn the land in. Turn it into. I mean, it's valuable land.
Yeah, and
Anyway,
development.
Yeah, but it's not going to. It's
come
not going to.
on.
No, it's not
How
going to happen.
in the hell that's going to
No,
happen?
it's not going to
Why?
happen at all. No.
Because people complained about the noise and the.
Yeah.
How many years have they been? As long as the airport's been there.
1950.
Yeah, I've lived here. I've lived here 35, and people
Yeah.
complained about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I said this before, but when I was on city council, the airport's got some extremely expensive equipment that picks up noise. Okay, so they put it out. If somebody says, boy, I got all this noise here, so they put the machines out and everything for a week, and then they come back and then they analyze it. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so I'm out. One day I decided to go out with them, and we're picking this up from a lady's house, and there's a plane and a landing pattern for RSW. So it's about 8,000 feet, right? The only thing people can hear the plane are the people on the plane. The lady sees the plane and looks and points at it and says, "Do you hear that noise?" So I figured, okay, gotcha. Go to the wacko line.
Yeah, and they have it measured. Yeah.
No. I mean, well, there wasn't any.
There wasn't any.
Yeah,
nobody
7,000,
could hear
8,000. I mean, if we're going to see flight patterns from RSW, and people are going to see it and go, the plane,
Yeah,
and
good. You got
complain.
great eyesight. Your hearing isn't good, but you got great eyesight. So, but other than that,
That's right over our basic house.
Yeah.
That Davis.
maybe one of the planes can swoop down and get your lizard.
Oh my God, that thing! I swear, I go running out with. I don't even know what I'm running out with, a hoe, like I'm gonna do something.
That's too quick.
Yeah, by the time I get to it, I'm yelling at.
Yeah.
My plants alone.
Yeah. Well, as long as
He's having babies though. It's not a he, she, I guess. Whatever.
Well, you never know in today's world.
yeah.
Tranny iguana.
Could be half a binary or something like that. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever those
Yeah,
types.
whatever
It could be
those-
identifying as a rabbit, and that's why it's eating your garden there.
I did see the rabbit chase
I
away.
like that identifying
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
I know they're having babies. Anyway, so yes.
So, anyways, we're in the middle of election season and all
Right.
that stuff's going on. It's kind of interesting. A lot of money being spent.
A lot of money
being spent.
It's amazing to me how much money gets spent.
Yeah.
Honestly, on
Yeah.
a local level,
Yeah.
it's mind-boggling.
And then you
really
got
is.
you got Diaz-Blard's old seat, which was great. Diaz-Bard Diaz-Bard brought more money to this county, because we were in it, and part of his district was in it, than any congressman we've ever had. So now they've redone that with. So now we have 22 now,
Yeah.
which has half the people from.
East Coast and West Coast.
Yeah, and if the East Coast people win, then the idea of us seeing our congressman is not going to be good.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
then you got 19, which I haven't looked at the latest list, but there's at least 10 people running there.
And which one?
I think
18?
more.
In 19,
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
19.
Byron's old district.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I very seldom, and I asked Lois about if I could say this before, but I very seldom get in the endorsement business. But as Lois has brought up many times, Sandra Lee and I are very involved in charities and stuff, and I always try to see what these politicians or pseudo politicians or wannabe politicians, what have they done before? What have they done? Not in the last 6 or 9 months when people have been keeping track. What have they done? And there's a guy by the name of Jim Oberweis, who I actually met 16 years ago when he moved here.
Oh.
And I've veterans associations he backs, and all kinds of great charities. So here's somebody that's giving his money back. Not Diaz-Bard got the government's money and gave it back to us, which actually is our money anyways.
Right.
If you want to look at it. But anyways,
But it's tough to get that money unless you have someone that's back
you got to have
for you,
someone
right?
with a lot of juice. Anyways, just if people are undecided, think about Jim Oberweis. I think he'd do a good job for us. So that's all I got on the
And that's District 19?
District 19.
19.
Correct.
District 22. If you push me, you wouldn't have to push me, but I'd say Casey Askar is the guy we need there.
And people look at that, and that's how I look at Byron. Local, whatever anybody wants to say or think. I like having people that are closer to our side.
Yeah. Well, and what people don't understand with the way 22 is, very well we could have a congressman that doesn't live here.
Yeah.
That isn't within 200 miles of here.
Exactly.
100%.
That's
Casey lives here.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? So and he's a good guy. In spite of what I won't mention her name.
Oh my God, is she? Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody knows her.
She's worse than a five-letter word.
Yeah.
She.
You know, the crazy thing about 22 and going across the state and everything is just from a water quality estuary standpoint, both coasts have their needs, but they're different.
Yes.
And if Okeechobee is going to discharge and send it that way, they started a lawsuit years ago that kind of regulates that level of discharge, so it's more coming here. And so there's all kinds of things where when you look at it, that's just a horrible district the way they redistricted it.
Yeah.
And people that don't live in Florida, don't know or haven't lived here for a long time, East and West Coast, man, it's the same state, but there's a lot of difference. And it's a different vibe, it's a different need, it's a different development altogether, different infrastructure. And so I just, in my mind, I can't reconcile how one person can represent to the best of their ability, because that's what we're asking them to do. We want you to represent what we need here as a truth, as a right thing to do, as proper development, as proper whatever. Well, but over here they need, so wait a minute, how am I going to vote on this?
Well, look at it this way. You get twice as much money.
You get what?
If you're a politician, you get twice as much money.
Okay, so I'm not looking, I need to look at it more
you need to look at it from reality.
Wrong lens, right?
Reality.
Wrong lens,
Yeah, when I was on the state board of governors, one of the mistakes that probably DeSantis made in his life doing that. But, I was heavily involved with Chauncey Goss in Reservoir 44 and 45, which are great because, all that they pump all the dirty water out, goes to the reservoir, all the junk sets to the bottom, and they put it back in the river and stuff. But, we're at the end. We're at the end of the river and all that stuff, Duh.
Yeah.
So it all comes here.
It all dumps out here.
Absolutely.
Right out of the Caloosahatchee, and it's an incredible feat of engineering for the ditch across the state. But there's a lot of stuff that comes with that as well, and then the water management of Lake Okeechobee and how they water the water district and how they manage those releases and everything. It's a trip. I mean, because if you go back to old school ways, we're correcting. Constantly trying to correct, just dig a ditch and flood it out, man. And to be honest, I didn't realize this till I had my environmental products on the beaches and stuff. The solution to pollution for government is dilution. They'll take it off and they'll just say, well, we're just going to pump it right in the Gulf. Look at all that water to dilute it. Meanwhile, the current and the tides are taking it right into the estuaries. And, so it's constantly trying to reevaluate engineering flaws and do that. Are you involved in that stuff, Reg? I know you wear a lot of hats, man. Have you
am I involved?
You talked about the little reservoirs that came off. Have you been involved in the water quality stuff and discharges?
As much as I can. A lot of people that get involved in things like that are zealots, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, they overportray the problem, or they or in their mind they overportray it. I try to stay out of those kind of groups because I've learned in my life that 2 and 2 is always 4. Mm-hmm. It's never going to be anything else. You can make it anything you want,
right?
But bottom line is, So I try to help when I can. Make a phone call and do stuff like that. Chauncey and I are obviously on a first name basis, and. And he's a great guy. He doesn't need any help. I mean, that water group, that water group, the whole group of them is very, very confident people.
I love that because it's a very simple solution. Let nature do its thing.
Yeah, give it a chance.
Yeah, put the oysters in, let them clean, put the sawgrass back in. I mean, let it do its thing.
Every oyster cleans 50 gallons of water a day. Yep. Now there's a lot of gallons in Naples Bay.
Right.
Totally.
But we put out, 7 or 8 oyster beds when I was on city council. And they work.
And what was the guy's name that was in that department? Wore glasses. He was an environmental attorney and then a PhD in environmental science. I can't think of his name. But I just remember back when we were doing those oyster beds, and that was such a great thing.
It worked.
They do work.
You got the oysters for free and you put them in. I mean,
well, FGCU has a deal. Well, they'll go to your they test it and make sure it's got the right water flow in and out, so it's doing its job. But they'll create a oyster. Essentially, they're clinging to something, and they'll put them in your dock, and they'll
Cool.
let,
Around your dock.
and around your dock, and they'll let.
very
So
cool.
it's pretty cool, and so, I'd like to see the universities with money spent for that try to get more active instead of just study more. We've studied the hell out of it. We know what it does, man.
We know what it does. The water school up there is a great thing, though.
Yeah.
At FGCU.
Yeah, it is.
I'm on one of they call ambassadors. They don't let me go anywhere. They keep me in a closet. But
use your name.
Yeah, I get to get out and occasionally talk about stuff for them. But they do great things. And if think about it, that is a world-class school here.
Yep.
And you're not paying world-class tuition. The degree means something in the world. It's not like, okay, well, you went to Buxton University, who cares?
Yeah.
Buxton went there. That tells you all you need to know. It's a great school, and the water school is being part of it is good thing.
Yeah, they definitely need that awareness, and there's so many good things that are going on, but there are also many crappy things we have to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
So we won't bring that.
No.
We have this sign language where we're like, okay, yeah, we know about that. So how do we take care of that? So
well, politics. That's all you got to say.
That's
It's
the
one
way it
word.
is.
It's
It's
politics.
just-
It's a thing. You got to put the different lens on. Thank you for reminding me of that, Reg. I appreciate that because sometimes I look through it. They're like, hey, why can't we just all kumbaya?
Because part of that either
who's cutting that check?
Either Kumba or Maya doesn't show up.
Exactly.
But
100%.
I think the governor race is going to be interesting. I think
it's heating up, man. That's for sure.
Everything. It's like a funnel. It sort of like comes down, and then when it gets toward the bottom.
Anytime you see a poll within 5%, it might be real. It's the ones you just see are 20 or 30%.
Yeah.
Usually are. So we'll see. You got to see how people are going to vote. Are they going to vote?
Yeah.
We got to get them out.
City of Naples is famous. Even in presidential elections, 52% of the people vote.
Yeah. And that really is like,
exactly.
That's full-time residents.
People that can vote in the city.
They can vote.
18,000 residents. Okay.
It's about 18 voters.
Half of them vote.
Yeah. In a presidential election, if it's not a presidential election, it's less than that.
Yes, and we've got to really wake people up. So many things are going on with so many different things. I always get down to nitty gritty. Like I used to tell me, I said, people died so you can do this. Don't dismiss the importance of it by saying I don't.
Absolutely,
want to do that.
You're exercising one of your freedoms right there.
Yeah.
You have the freedom to go in and cast your vote, have your voice be heard, and your opinion matters. And always the people that kill me go, oh, it's just one. I mean, what was my? Listen, brother, that's what you got to do.
You get a bunch of ones together, and pretty soon you got a big number.
That's what I tell them, man. I mean, there's people saying that have the same thoughts that you're having right now. Well, but it's such a mountain to climb. If all you mountain climbers would go climb the mountain,
we'd be all right.
We start having some righteous movement, right?
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree 100%. 100%.
All right, Reg, what do you got going on this weekend? Anything exciting?
No, actually.
Nope.
My plan is,
in theory.
Yeah. Sandra Lee has not approved this plan. But my plan is to do nothing.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah. Well,
it's going to rain a lot too, right?
Yeah.
It's supposed to. That storm for the Bahamas is supposed to move over.
The August magazine's out. The next magazine doesn't come out until November. So, I got 2-3 weeks in there where I can, not worry
goof
about.
off. Yeah, can have relax.
Yeah. So, and maybe I won't, maybe we'll do something, but, I'm just.
See, you strike me as the kind of guy who goes, I'm just going to relax today. Okay, that was good.
Yeah.
and then you're on with you.
Yeah, and then the phone rings and somebody says, okay, I got you. What do you need? Yeah. So, other than
100%.
It's great being here, man.
Well, we love having you. As
Absolutely,
you can see, Reg is one of our partners up here, and he'll be on a couple of times a month to bring us up to date and so forth. I just got a mosquito control alert telling me I get on that where they tell me where they're spraying.
Yeah.
I think that's a good thing. If you want to know what's going on with the
mosquito. In
mosquito.
spite of me being in the chair, they do a good job.
I think they do, yeah.
Then
and you got to people have got to sign up and get those alerts so they know what they're spraying and what they're
we
doing.
have people, you wouldn't, well, yeah, you would. People call in or people show up at a meeting and they say, you killed my parrot, you killed my dog, my kids are sick. No, it's not like that. And then, you sprayed when, if you ask us to, we'll tell you when we're going to spray and where we're going to spray.
Exactly. I just got the notification.
If we say we're gonna on South X Street, we're gonna spray at 7 a.m. Don't put your kids out.
Yeah.
But bottom line is, if your kids are out, what's getting sprayed is not going to hurt them.
Right.
In a discussion, But still,
As we follow those DDT trucks. Like
I'm trying to get the mosquito haters and the airplane listeners together.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
It'd be called a group extinction.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Reg, we hope you enjoy your weekend.
Good
Thank you,
talking.
Reg.
talking to you.
Thank you, Reg.
Yeah.
Yeah,
dear.
well, so mosquito stuff, man. I'm from New Smyrna Beach, Mosquito Lagoon, and those trucks used to drive down all our roads in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
Sometimes we'd ride our bike,
Ride your bike.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the safe stuff we're using.
Yeah, no.
No, that was straight DDT.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with me today that I can tell.
And we're going to have Marina come up. I'm not sure if she can see. Love this guy. He's so matter of fact.
Oh,
yes, he is.
And that's a good thing.
Yeah, Reg is like that. He's a no BSer and gets down. He's like he's in, he's out, doesn't
Yeah, he's
chit-chat a
going to
lot.
forget his phone, though.
Hey, Reg, your phone? Reggie, your phone? Is that your phone?
See, we're full.
We're full service.
Full service, baby.
Full service.
Full service.
Okay, Marina, would you come on up? And we're going to then, let's talk about our sponsors.
Let's talk about our sponsors.
Yeah.
Because without them, we can't do it, right?
Yeah. Oh, he's going to run out to see Reg. Okay. All right, sponsors.
Yeah, let's do our sponsors.
239 Live. I love that logo.
Absolutely.
With the little orange.
That's our fire logo. That's the great
okay,
logo. Yeah. Amherst Roofing. Love you, brother. Thank you for hanging with us and supporting us in everything we're doing as we grow, as we have our open houses, as we do our events. Appreciate you. Frank & Sons Moving and Storage.
Frankincense.
Beautiful.
Sorry.
Love to have you on.
Yeah, we
and
do.
he's going to be a supporter, man. He's willing to hang with us and support some of our events and stuff. So we're happy about that. Yeah.
Nice.
Royal Scoop, man.
Oh, yes. I have some ice cream cards to give to people. Here's one. I'll get you some more. Ice cream.
Thank you.
So we'll pass some of those out at our open house, probably.
Yes, I'll bring
bucket full of
for
miracles.
Royal Scoop.
Yes.
So appreciate Royal Scoop. Lois, Southwest Florida Veterans Alliance.
Serving those who served.
Absolutely.
Life in
Reg.
Yeah,
Life
Mr.
in
Reg
Naples,
was
the
here. Pick up his magazine
Yeah.
or get online and they'll mail it to your house. But you
Really?
have to subscribe to
Well,
it.
it
Doesn't cost you anything.
Just in the Naples city limits, or
No, it's all over Collier County.
so anywhere you live in, as long
Anywhere
as
you
the
live,
County
as far as I
address,
know, yeah.
you'll get it.
In the 239. Well, it could be anywhere in the 239.
Yeah.
Delivery costs the same amount
Yeah.
wherever you go.
Life in Naples, I would say Collier County.
Yeah. There you go. All right.
Yeah.
Is that all? Where's Kristen's? Is
Miss
there?
Weirden.
There she is. There's our little beauty queen.
There's Miss Weird.
Always
There
give
she
the
is.
beauty queen wave. Podcast host of Icons in Naples, realtor and coach.
Yeah, icons.
Kristen
People
Weirden.
who, like
Yeah.
Reg,
Yeah.
who've been
icon.
here making stuff move around and shake and do the thing, so that's pretty cool.
Well, speaking of people who move around and shake it and make things happen, I'd like to introduce our next guest. Marina has a remarkable story of courage, resilience, and reinvention.
Awesome.
Born and raised in the former Soviet Union. I said that right?
Right.
Oh, because she'll let me know. She's like Reg. She immigrated to the United States in search of freedom and opportunity, an experience that has shaped both her life and her work. She's an award-winning documentary producer, author, speaker, and historian dedicated to preserving stories that matter. She's the president of the Jewish Historical Society of Southwest Florida and a recipient of the Multi-Telly Awards for her documentary work.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you
I
so
sound
much.
so impressive.
Thank you for being here. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Yes.
Nice to meet
Yeah.
you.
Well, I walked out of the house without your book, but I do have a cover because I've figured with everything that's going on right now and with everything that was going on before Trump got elected, yes, there's a big sign.
That was a big sign.
And she is...
and with everything that's still going on, even though he was elected.
That's amazing. So, but it's My Life Through Dress. Do you?
My Life Through My Dresses.
My life. See, there you go.
My Life Through My Dresses. Yes, it's.
I know I have it, but anyway, you tell us a story about how you left the Soviet Union and came to the United States.
Please.
So, I like as you said, I was born and raised in actually Kiev, USSR. Kiev being the capital of Ukraine, and you all know the story now with what's happening to the capital of Ukraine that's being bombed. But it wasn't always like that. And at that time, when we were all part of the Soviet Union, famously, it's the very first socialist experiment of the world. When they deposed the Tsar in 1917, made the revolution, we're going to have socialism, yada, yada. All these empty promises were made. All the intellectual elite who protested it and remained complacent or fled the country, they were ultimately exterminated in one way or the other. And all the people who were poor and were buying into those promises, they were misled, as usually happens, and the world has not learned it then, but, the Soviet Union was paving the way for this history to repeat itself over and over and over again and teaching the entire world to do these kinds of revolutions. So the whole world has gone insane, and I was born in the middle of this insanity in the year that the first man orbited the Earth, 1961, so I'm aging myself, but it's very imperative to this story because I actually compared the progress of what the humanity has gone through to the absolutely delusional brainwashing of the youth that are raised during the Soviet regime, which is now, worldwide brainwashing of the younger population, believing in these fallacies of the delivery of socialist communist promises. Marxism started with Karl Marx, who was, if you know Karl Marx's story, living off of his very, very wealthy capitalist father-in-law, and that's the only reason he was able to do what he did. And he sold everybody these absolutely fantastic fairy tales of the 19th and 20th century, and now I can't believe I find myself, after fleeing the Soviet Union from the persecution that I have experienced there as a child, before I even learned fully, what governments are, what governments do, I've been brainwashed since basically 4 years of age. And I can tell you this now because later on I recognized it. And I recognized it because I was given a very special opportunity at the age of 15 to actually exit from behind the Iron Curtain, which is what the Soviet Union used to be called. And when I exited from behind the Soviet curtain, I went to Poland, and I literally experienced the Wizard of Oz moment, because the train went from something gray and, absolutely despicable into something colorful and wonderful, and it was just a magic experience for a 15-year-old girl. And I said, this is it, I gotta change my life somehow. And then, things happen in my life that I call the series of miracles, because, basically growing up in the Soviet system, you were raised atheist. God was replaced by socialist, communist leaders like Lenin, Stalin before that, because my mother was raised on Stalin. In my time, Stalin was already, washed out of history. But Lenin, Karl Marx, and Friedrich Engels were the heroes. And I can tell you a whole chain of heroes that are now being used in America as, brainwashing tools for the youth. But, in my case, it worked out very well because I am Jewish. And because I am Jewish, I was able to take advantage of the deal that was made between the United States of America And at that time, the Soviet Union's, leader was Brezhnev. So I guess Brezhnev, and I think it was Ford that initiated that, but it could have been even Nixon. The deal was Soviet Union had 3 years of famine, and they wanted to purchase Argentinian grain. And United States facilitated in that. And I always say that the price on my freed head is 3.5 bushels of wheat, because that's how I got out. Soviet Jews were allowed to exit because Israel and the Soviet Union at that time already had no diplomatic relationships. So I was stripped of my citizenship. I voluntarily applied to get stripped of that citizenship, but at that time it was very dangerous because I actually could have been arrested, whatever, who knows. But I wasn't. It's a miracle. It's a series of miracles. And in 1979, my mother and I exited the country as stateless refugees. To me, this is a very important and very dear terminology. Stateless refugee is a person fleeing from persecution. It's not a person going on economic opportunities, changing their life for the better. It's a person who is actually changing their lives for political or other reasons. When they come and get accepted by the world into countries through which they're migrating or into which they're migrating, they are absolutely should be held responsible, and they should be feeling responsible and grateful to the host countries that are housing them or providing them with safety on the way to their destination, and in particular to countries that are granting them that final destination entry. So in my time in 1979, I had lived as a stateless refugee in Europe for a couple of months, and it was in Austria and in Italy, in Rome. It's a wonderful thing to be a stateless refugee in Rome, because you get to see the entire city and you fall in love with it, of course. But it's horrible to be practically penniless refugee, because, economically it's very difficult. But I remember visiting American Embassy in Rome. It was probably a consulate. And I remember going through the medical commission in Rome and presenting all kinds of papers and getting vetted and being asked questions. And I wasn't even the head of the family. My mother was. So finally we made it to the U.S. We made it to the New York City, because at that time that was our destination. And one of the first surprises that I had in the United States, it was not the first surprise, but one of the first surprises was how uninformed American youth was at that time. And it was 1980 was the year that I came. People were asking me, "Oh, Soviet Union, yeah, I heard it's the country that has hammers and sickles in the sky." Soviet Union or Iron Curtain, yeah. So how do you actually get in and out of the country? Do you actually pull the Iron Curtain open? Young people were so misinformed. So I've been on this journey to inform the American people about the evils, or the American youth, about the evils of socialism, about the evils of brainwashing. And I am not very successful at that, because you see the results of
the brainwashing.
The brainwashing of outweigh my efforts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's put a cover for a book just so we could take a look at that.
It's the same old program, right? You oppress the people, take the people who are just oppressed and oppress them more, and then you feed on hope. It's not promise. It's hope.
It's the hope and change.
It's the hope, right? Yeah. It's the hope of a different life, a different everything, and they paint that picture perfectly, right? And nothing ever changes, right? They just empower themselves. The government takes more ownership of everything, and eventually you have what morphs into what you're talking about. So, so was your family able to stay together as you moved through these things coming to New York, basically, or were you fractured?
It's my mom and I,
yeah,
and that was we left the older generation behind, and we had no idea at that point in time that the Soviet Union will collapse, But
Right.
once it did, I was able to go and visit my grandfather a couple of times before he passed on. But most of the older relatives I never got to see again. But my younger relatives got out after me because I remember going back, and I think 1989 was the year that I was actually able to go back. So 10 years later, and I actually told my uncle to gather everybody at the table, and I told them, what are you waiting for? You're waiting for them to close this iron curtain again? Just get out while you can. And they did. But so my mom is still living, thank God. God bless her. She's going to be 95, God willing.
Nice. Hear that, Wayne? 95.
And she is a Holocaust survivor, so for her to have that kind of longevity is amazing. But she's a fighter, a survivor, very resilient.
Obviously, you all are. You know what I mean? I mean, that's for a young girl to go through that like you did. I mean, those are, and to take what you went through and now try to recognize it as the cycle that happens, right? And fully recognize it. And now, like you said, trying to tell people, wait a minute, look, I've seen it. I was your age when I went through it. And just like you, we believed it. I believed it. And listen to me. And it's so hard to break through. Some of these programs start very, very young, right? They look at somebody back when said, you know what, we've lost the guys that are in high school and the girls that are in high school. We need to start in the kindergarten, right? And we got to start in preschool.
Yes.
And then as we get those out, then it'll be the higher education they'll just go right into it and we'll harmonize, get them going.
As I said, this all comes from the Soviet Union. So Lenin's wife, her last name was Krupskaya. She was the first minister of education in the Soviet Union, and she rewrote history. She authored children's books, and Lenin's sister did too.
Sure.
And those are the books that were used to brainwash all the subsequent generations. And the same theory and the same practice has been perpetrated onto the world.
It's misinformation and isolation, right? I can't believe to this day how North Korea is able to keep. It's just complete oppression with that fear of that's the enemy. It's that fear. If you go across that wall, you're going to die. They hate us. They hate you. I'm keeping you safe. Stay here. I know it's just isolation. There's no TV is controlled by the government.
But also
Internet.
They know if they touch that wire, if you will, they'll die because everybody who comes close to the realization that maybe there is something on the other side perishes.
Yeah.
And their family.
That
goes along with it. Well, tell me, you wrote the book. Tell me about, because I love the book. I have it. I was going to bring it, and I meant to text you, My Life Through My Dress.
My Life Through My Dress.
Yeah.
My Life Through My Dresses, I wrote this book in that particular style because, as one of my readers said, Marina writes about her dresses not because she had so many, but because she had so few. And it's true. I can literally count on the fingers of my two hands how many dresses there were. But the thing about it is that I've been actually on this struggle to release the continuation of this book, because as I wrote it, things started happening in the world that affect my viewpoint of my situation, because my continuation is about what a refugee does after coming to the United States of America and how refugees treated, especially since my experience happened in New York City, which is the city of, it's a big apple. It's a city of a lot of changes and a lot of different perspectives. I wanted to share that perspective, but the world has changed so much since I actually wrote that book. So I keep editing and editing and editing, and the wars keep happening and happening and happening. So hopefully this year I'll actually get it out.
I love your tagline, A Journey of a Recovering Idealist Series.
Yeah, because I still have 2 books planned.
Yeah, plan to do that. Yeah. And I remember, I guess it's when Joe, all the things that were going on, how you could read your Facebook posts and they were painful to read, meaning how can you not see this? How can you not wake up And our realization when I was helping to read some of the high school student books where they had Karl Marx, I was so shocked. I'm like, what is his picture doing here on the side instead of, what's his name, Smith, Adam Smith? Why this? And it was written by Howard Zinn. If you remember Howard Zinn,
I don't specifically
yeah,
remember
he
that,
wrote all
but
the
I
AP
do,
books that were all about socialism.
But I do know that it's all instituted in the United States of America by the followers of Solinsky's.
Yes, that's right.
Rules, yeah. It's all socialist rules, and they're following that formula. And I have to admit, they're doing it extremely successfully and extremely fruitfully. And all the youth and all the colleges, including my own child, may she forgive me for mentioning her. They have bought into this,
yes.
and it's very difficult to de-brainwash a person.
100%. They have to realize it themselves. There's just I don't know how you shock them out of that. I really don't, because I know.
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to put them in the environment that they praise. And if they're Americans, and Americans have very low threshold of tolerance for this, I recommend about a month in conditions that they're calling for.
Yeah.
But like in severity of the conditions. In other words, like let them stand in line for 2 hours every day just to buy a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
Let them not enjoy any television or radio information or
That would do it
internet.
right there. Take away their technology.
Take away
Damn.
the 150 flavors of ice cream and only give them 2.
Yeah.
Chocolate and vanilla.
Once a week.
And charge a lot of money for it proportionately to their income, so it's unaffordable. So things like that.
Yeah.
And, so there are... but I don't like. I think New York is going through that experiment right now with Mamdani, and let's see how long that will last. And also, the voting system and what's happening in America with the voting system. It's a direct result, as you have probably witnessed, what's happening in Russia with the elections. It's a direct result of the Soviet Union's. Like there was a forcible, mandatory appearance at the voting booth to vote for only one available candidate.
Yeah.
It was not choice.
Yeah.
So it comes on, like, how it comes on every levels, from every direction. They throw it at you. It's like playing the ping pong match. The balls are flinging at you, and you have
and
to
if you
defend.
disagree, you're the problem.
Yeah.
You're always the problem.
Yeah.
You're the problem.
You got to have a problem to make people have. They have to have an enemy. They have to have something to go after.
Well, you make it up.
Yeah, and the world has a solution to that. And being Jewish, I will tell you, that's the explanation for the extreme rise of anti-Semitism, because socialism has spread so seriously, and in combination with Islam, and if you know history, you know how they partnered up during World War II, and they will partner up for this as well. Jews come first. It's like a litmus test of the sixth society. So Jews come first, and increased level of anti-Semitism right now is a warning sign. And people are still not getting it. And I'm sad to say that the Jewish community is not getting it either. Or some of it is. They're getting the anti-Semitism, but they're not getting the socialist part. Yeah.
The cycle repeating itself again. And it's the thing about America that is beautiful is it is the melting pot of the world, right? I mean, it's culturally, you're welcome to come and still whatever it is that you brought with you, but assimilate.
Assimilation is not a dirty word.
Don't. This is freedom. If you try to change what we have and bring what you had into it, it's not going to work.
You can improve it.
Always.
Very moderately.
Always.
But not radically.
Always. And that's a beautiful thing about our Constitution and government. We can always tweak it for the times and all that kind of stuff if you elect the right leaders in place. If you get the wrong ones in there and they start tweaking it the wrong way, you're talking about decades and stuff of trying to revert, if we ever
And that's
can,
what we're
right?
stuck with now.
Yeah. That's exactly what we're stuck with.
Yeah. And I don't know, I don't know if we will find the way out of it or just have, to revert to the prayer
Yeah.
and hope,
Yeah.
because there are no other possibilities.
Yeah.
Prayer, hope, vote.
Vote
And educate.
intelligently,
What
Yeah.
we're doing
responsibly.
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
Women's Republican Club, we have our Patriot Readers, and we're looking at introducing that statewide to read through K through third graders, and then maybe later helping with Governor DeSantis has set up education against communism, and so we're looking at how to do that part, but getting to the young kids first, understanding America, the flag, blah, blah, et cetera, et cetera. That's where you got to start. You got it right. And if somebody in a school says, well, we don't want to bring the American flag up because it's too confusing for the students that are here because of their home country
But
flag.
they're in America.
Bull crap. Put the flag up. You're going to have to do that. I'm sorry. No,
I believe, like, if you, Americans used to say, when speak English, you're in America. It's now become a dirty saying.
Yeah.
But I think it's the most beautiful saying, because that's what united us all, common language. You come to the country, you adopt, you assimilate, you tweak your practices and habits, not everybody around you practices and habits. You don't bring your whatever hang-ups you had from the old. And some people do, some people choose, and that's the difference between what happened in the last 40 years when all these ethnic communities started insisting on all their languages being printed, let's say, in medical documents. Now you receive from a medical company a thing of 55 languages on the back of it, which is a waste of paper. And me being an accountant by profession, I remember when the Tax Act came out of, we're going to save you time and paper by preparing shorter documents and shorter forms. And now these documents have 55 pages and 55 languages, or whatever, 130 languages. All of these bureaucratic measures are because of socialism. Socialism loves bureaucracy.
100%.
Ineffectiveness. My favorite government department now is DOJ. And whatever DOJ did, I admire. I would love to go work for them. If I had enough time, I probably would. But the thing, as an auditor, as a former auditor, I would say to you, I would audit every single government department. Look what Marco Rubio has done just this week. They closed 5 absolutely unnecessary consulates, U.S. consulates in 5 different countries, including Canada and Japan, because these consulates were not needed. It's government waste.
Yeah.
But it exists on every level, state, federal, local.
We're going to have to bring Marina back. So we have an 11 o'clock call in.
Gotcha.
We're going to bring you back. And you can just sit back and listen to her.
Great story.
Isn't
unbelievable.
it fabulous?
And I think I'm glad that you shared that with us. Thank you very much. And,
Thank you.
And you're right. And more people like yourself who have been through it, really been through it, need to sound the alarm. You need to just say, hey, think about it this way. Let me show you another way to look at it. So I appreciate your efforts there and everything.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
We'll have you back and talk
Inviting me.
about the
Thank
Jewish
you
Historical
very
Society.
much. Yes, absolutely. I'd love to do
Very nice
that
to
on
meet
a
you. Thank you
different
so
day.
much. Yeah.
Thank you, honey.
too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You know, I think one of the biggest heroes we have right now is that Nick Shirley guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's not even
Nicky
a governor.
Poo.
You know, I mean, you need to put a Delta team around that guy and protect his life at all costs, because
He's like an MMA fighter. Did you know that?
he better be.
Yeah, I saw
They're
him
coming.
like they did something in the hallways, and he
Yeah.
took down a couple of I don't know if it was Secret Service, whatever. But
Yeah.
he's a strong little. He doesn't
Yeah.
do that, try to do that, but he has it to protect himself.
He-
Okay, we have to get
absolutely.
on to our next
Let's do
wonderful.
it. Let's get
and
on
I
to
think
it.
you've got the introduction. Do you have? Can you?
Let me put my
Does she
eyeballs
call
on.
him? How does this work, Dee Dee? Does she?
There she is.
There she is. Hi, can you see us? God bless.
Awesome.
We're
I
just so
can see you, and
fancy.
I can see you.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Well, just tell us. We have here Miss Deb Orton with Bert. And who is Bert?
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yes, thank you.
I've been enjoying listening to you and the folks before me, because we're talking about voting, and we're talking about, taking our
'Tis the season.
future into
Right.
our hands.
Yeah.
And it's the season, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. So my name's Deb Orton, and BERT stands for Bonita Estero Rail to Trail. And so we are drastically changing the topic from
Yeah.
other things, except for at the end, we'll be talking about voting, won't
That's
we?
what we do at
So,
239
Oh,
Live.
yeah.
So go for it.
is
Go
it?
for it. Yeah, absolutely. Community
Okay,
everything. That's what
so
the name is.
so I lead a nonprofit called Friends of Bonita Estero Rail Trail, Friends of Burt. And Burt is in its final stages of acquiring the land to put in almost 12 miles of a very wide rail to trail that will be in Collier County and Southern Lee County. So Collier County, Bonita Springs, and Estero. Almost 12 miles. And we've been working on this for several years. And so we're at that final funding puzzle piece coming together.
And it's also coming up on the ballot, right?
It is.
Isn't that
It
coming up on?
is.
Yeah. And how is that measure written up? What are
Yay!
yeah? Did you hear the yay?
Yeah. Yeah. So
What was your
it's
question again?
It's coming up for a vote. It's going to be on the ballot, right?
August
so they're
18th.
voting for the funding of it, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
So there are 3 jurisdictions that this covers, and each of those 3 jurisdictions, Collier County, Estero, and Bonita Springs, are purchasing the land, and that land will then go into city and county jurisdictions and ownership. And the final piece is the Bonita Springs piece. So what Bonita Springs decided to do, their city council said, listen, we want to send this to the voters. We don't want to make the decision from the dais. We're going to send this to the voters. And so they put together a ballot measure that is on the August 18th ballot for funding for the purchase of the land and then to get going on construction as well. There are so many benefits to this. And of course, I'm going to say that because I've been driving a lot of this advocacy for about 5 years. But what I've learned is that people really want it. People really want an alternative place away from the traffic
So they
to
can
walk
ride.
with their
Yes.
kids, ride their bikes, right? And be away from the traffic. None of us, we that drive cars, don't want to be having to dodge the bicyclists
Right.
and the cyclists, the kids trying to get to school, etc. Don't want to be put in that situation either. So this is what we're been working on. There's people before me for at least 12 years that have been
Yeah.
trying to get this done. You guys
100%.
probably know about it more
Yeah,
than
yeah,
me,
it's been something, and a lot of the delay is because, like you said, Collier, Lee, you're taking multiple municipalities, if you will,
Yeah.
that you're trying to get them all on the same page, and that's like herding cats that are crazy into one room. It's hard, but the thing, and I love what's going on, especially up in Bonita and Old 41 and the development of it, and the energy that's building there, and it's just a creative, you can feel a different vibe right when you turn on it.
Yeah.
And I see this Burt Trail just as a complete enhancement of especially that area as they go through. And I know Chris, the owner of Rooftop, and I've talked with him several times about it, and he loved, obviously how he's behind this project, but he keeps telling me about like the artist installations along the trail and that little strip area there, and other things. So this is much more than just, we're going to lay asphalt down, we're going to allow you to go on it. This is, yes, there's parts that are trail, right? But this is created and done with thought and intent and being able to do things. So talk a little bit about kind of the full vision for this, if you will, because I think if people
Thank
hear it,
you.
they need to hear the full vision to really appreciate it when they go in there and say, I'm voting for that.
Thank you for saying that, because of course it's more than a trail. I
Yeah.
mean, this is 180 acres of land that
Man.
right now sits that's unused. And it's just, if you were Chris Magnus and others that are down in downtown Bonita Springs, you call it a scar. that
Yeah,
goes through this
right.
beautiful
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
Well
And
said.
when you get into downtown Bonita Springs, it's 160 feet wide.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow. Yeah.
all of that land becomes parks. They're able to enhance Riverside Park. They're
Yeah.
able to put not only a trail in there, but to your point, we've partnered very closely with Arts Bonita,
Mm-hmm.
and the
Right.
Magnus family has too. So now you're going to connect the Performing Arts Center that's right there on Bonita Beach Road. Then it'll go to the Artist Village that's there
Yep.
in downtown Bonita, all the way down to the Visual Arts Center, which now has full funding from private donors for that Visual Arts Center to recreate that whole area. They have 10 acres of land that's right along the rail corridor, and they want to put
Nice.
in an artist village there as well. So that we just kind of scratch the surface of what's possible that you're bringing up. The Wonder Gardens, which we all
Wow.
love and has been
The
Yeah.
there
sure.
for 90 years, but it's
Right.
right on the
It
trail.
is.
So, and then to your other point about the vibe, and I'm a Venetian, so
Venetian. I love
that
it.
vibe in, that vibe in downtown Bonita Springs is really amazing, and the
Yeah.
music and things that the Magnus family are doing, as well as Sugar Shack
Yep.
and other places that are coming along. All of that is adjacent to this rail
Yep.
to trail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, gosh, I could go on and on.
Yeah.
I'm a cyclist, so I want a place that's
You want
separate.
a safe place to
I don't,
ride, basically, don't you? I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it's not
And
just
then,
the cars dodging; it's the bicyclists as well. It's like riding a
oh gosh,
motorcycle; they don't see it coming. They'll just
Yeah.
pull right out in front of you,
Yeah.
and
yeah,
so it's. I guarantee you, building this will decrease the data that comes in about, man, we had a bicycle related death or injury
hmm
or something like
Yeah.
that.
Hope so.
You
Well,
know,
I'm
we're
just sorry
one
that
of the
Collier.
worst in the whole. We're worst in the whole country.
Yeah,
Is right down here in Southwest
it is.
Florida. And
Yeah,
then the other part that I think for Collier County is this connects us to some development that's going on for the Paradise Coast Trail that will run right down not adjacent, but away from Livingston. It'll
yeah,
connect to that all the way into Naples.
yeah.
So it's going to be eventually something that from Fort Myers to Naples, we don't, if you want to ride a bike, you want to take sections of it, you want to go to
Yep.
parks,
Right.
etc. All of that will be available to us, but we have to get this 12 miles because
First.
that's the gap.
Yeah.
It is
That's
the
the
gap.
gap.
Yeah.
And
Without it, you don't get to build the rest of it.
is there a graphic on the website? I scanned through it. I didn't look carefully. Is there a graphic that shows how it would be connected and so forth?
Oh, it sure does. We've got a great website at bonitaesterorailtrail.com. We've got an interactive map there, so you can see what's there. You'll
Right.
actually be able to see that there are 11 schools that are right along Burt, so kids will be able to get to school as well.
Oh, nice.
Wow,
Nice.
that's amazing. So I think, how far down into Collier County does it go? Because we talked about Bill King, part of that parkway, or
Yeah, Rich King. Yeah,
yeah,
I
Rich
don't
King.
think it goes to that.
Does it connect to that goes?
It will go to, well, this portion, the
Yeah.
part that
No.
Collier's buying goes to Wiggins Pass Road.
Okay.
So what they'll want to do there is connect that to what is now Veterans Memorial Parkway,
Yep.
and
Right.
that already has a separated trail. So the
Gotcha.
plan is right there you can connect to Veterans Memorial Parkway. You can go east or west. So
Yep.
someday we'll be able to go west on
Right. Right.
Veterans
Yeah.
Memorial Parkway, and then into Livingston, and then on down. So all of
Gotcha.
that will be separated
Yeah.
pathways
It's quite
and
quite
directly connected.
a
Yeah.
development, quite a goal, but man,
How great
yeah,
will
I'm
that be?
surprised it's
Yeah.
taken so long. I mean, we're a tropical
Oh gosh,
environment.
isn't that the truth?
People of all ages exercise and are more active. I mean, you see it every day. And to get a safe place and a place that's creative, a creative space. And when I start hearing about the vision for, especially through that Bonita part and how it's just going to be that's an enhancement to an area that will make Bonita just, I think, one of the premier spots of Southwest Florida coming up.
Yeah, I'm sorry that
That's,
Collier
you know,
County got
they've,
rid of their rail system. So we just sort of get the little tag where they feed into.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
the East Tamiami Trail somewhere. I have to check. I'm going to look all this up because there was some stuff in the past I remember. Go
yeah.
ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
You were
that
saying?
ended. No, I was just going to say that you're talking to an advocate, you're talking to a zealot that's going to talk a lot about what can happen. I guess the other thing is the reason I'm not there in person is I'm visiting North Michigan and I'm staying right on a rail to trail. And I can ride 20
Nice.
I love
miles
it. I
on my
love it.
bike, on
I
my
love it.
cruiser bike or
Yeah.
whatever. And so I'm experiencing that right now. And so all over the country and really all over
It
Florida,
is.
they're experiencing the benefits of this. And I
Yep.
think to your earlier point, I don't even think we really can imagine what's possible unless you've done this before, been on these trails,
Right.
understand what it'll do for all of us, for our health, for our kids. And the one thing that we think about a lot, of course, I'm retired, my husband and I are retired, and we think about the generations to come, right? I mean,
Right.
we have to right now, if we don't do this right now, we won't get this chance again. So just so everybody's really clear about that, we don't get this ballot measure through, we don't get this purchased, we won't have this chance again. So it's important
Why
that we
is
get it
that?
done
Why
now.
is that? Because there's so much work and effort that's been
It'll
put
take the
in.
next
Why,
couple of years to
I
like
know.
get it on the thing and then
to get
different
it
things.
back on the ballot? Is that it?
Well, if the voters do not approve, I'm going to just speak for the people that are not,
Speak it.
no, I'll speak it. I'll say they won't put it back on the ballot. If the ballot says, if the voters say no this time around, they won't put it back on the ballot. They won't have the ability to put it back on the ballot, and they certainly
Gotcha.
won't have this kind of
Juice
advocacy
behind it,
behind
right?
it.
Yeah. And that gets
Right.
into the conversation I was having with Reg, where you got to look through sometimes not your rose colored glasses, but the glasses of the politician reality. You know what I mean? And if the people have spoken, they said no, they just, and done, and out the door it goes. And that's the way it happens.
Yeah, a lot of
Yep.
times that does
Yep.
just happen. That they listen to the
Exactly like
people. It's
that.
like, yeah, we don't really care what you say.
Exactly.
So I'm
And
glad
then
they
you've
did
got
put that on the
private
ballot.
owners, they've got private owners of this rail line, and they have other options that they could do with this property. So one of the things we don't want to happen is that we have a 12-mile corridor here that's 130 feet wide, 180 acres. The last thing we want done is that gets parsed up and then you lose that ability to have a beautiful corridor. So
That
those are the
cannot
things that are
happen.
possible.
Yeah.
Those are the things that are possible. So
Wow.
we really want this to happen now, and we believe it will. Collier County, Estero has secured their dollars. Now it's Bonita Springs, and we believe that the voters will vote for it. I've already voted. So
Yeah, there you go.
There you
Dee,
go.
would you put that? I just sent you a little.
Little map.
That's not a map, but it's telling you when the votes are and
Yeah.
what's coming up.
Sure.
How did you get involved in this? Did you just pick up somebody else's fight, or did you create this monster? What's going on with you?
I'll take some credit for creating the monster because I would have rather have joined others who had
Yeah.
already worked so hard at it. So a friend and I randomly went to a public meeting about the topic in 2021.
Wow.
And then we thought,
Fabulous.
and then we're not wallflowers. You can expect we're not wallflowers. So we spoke up because we both come from places that you've got relative trails. I'm from North Carolina where we had all these trails, right? So we were approached after that meeting and saying, the only way this is going to happen is if we form an advocacy group, a friends group. So my friend and I did that. And interestingly enough, thought it was just going to be the two of us. We put out a website and an invitation. Within months, we had 900 people that were members. Now we are well over 4,000 friends of Bert.
Wow.
So that
Great.
gives us the hope and the drive to keep going, because now I lead an organization that has 4,000 members and I can't give up.
Nice.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
and Deb, I can tell you that every time I've talked to anybody about it, it's been in a positive way. Everybody seems to
Oh,
be
good.
behind it. So
Yeah.
your efforts and your push for this have not gone in vain, because there's a lot of people that do know about this. And here we are talking to
Oh,
you on
good.
our show, right? So
And I talked to her because I
Yes.
heard her on Drew Steele. I was had her on
Yeah.
Drew Steele. I'm like, oh my God. So I just
Yeah.
stopped, pulled over the car, and just messaged her
Yeah.
immediately,
Yes.
which she
That
responded. That
was
was pretty
so
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
That was so fun. Just getting off of Drew Steele
Yeah.
and getting your text was
Yeah.
just amazing. That was just
That's
so
awesome.
cool.
That's great. How
That's
about,
Yeah,
how it
and so
works.
you've got him behind it. You've got
yeah,
you guys behind it. How can we lose?
how could you
How
lose?
can we lose?
Exactly.
We can't.
We're going to do that.
Too. That's what.
Let's put up the vote thing, D.
Can we put that up with the side by side?
August the 6th is your deadline if you're in Bonita. Well,
Oh, thank
actually,
you.
no, yes. Um,
There we go.
There you go. August the 6th is the deadline to request a mail ballot. August the 11th, recommended safe mail date. That means if you decide to mail it in, we do the ballot, but then we walk it into the supervisor of election.
Exactly.
And then the
Right.
18th is
And
the
so
final day.
and then tomorrow starts
So
early
it's early
voting
voting.
in
Yeah.
Lee
There you
County.
go.
That's
Yeah.
it.
And so there's a whole full week of early voting, and then August 18th is that final day. And
It's a
I'm
big
with
day.
you. It's best to just, if you did get a mail-in ballot, walk it in. Walk
Yeah.
it in and turn it in, so you make sure that your voice is heard on so many things that are on the
100%.
ballot.
Yeah.
For August 18th, there's a lot of important topics, a lot of important issues that are on the ballot. We just are one of them.
Yeah.
Well,
Not
Deborah, we
just.
thank you.
Just
Yeah,
a little
thank you
work.
for taking time out of your
Yeah.
vacation work
Yeah.
holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Yep.
Running a nonprofit, you're never done, right?
No, you're never done.
Your
24/7,
phone is on it.
365.
Yeah, but it's been great learning more about it, talking with you, seeing your passion and
Okay.
hearing your energy behind it. So thank you for that. And get out and vote for this. This is a great thing.
This is a good thing.
It's a great thing for the community, a great thing for Southwest Florida, really. And how awesome would it be just to be able to get on a bike and, I don't know, somewhere in the Everglades and end up in North Fort Myers? You know what
Yes.
I mean?
Yes.
And that would be
Yes,
awesome.
that is possible.
Absolutely.
It is
Absolutely.
just not that far away. Okay.
Awesome.
Thanks so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well, that is to be.
Yeah.
There we go. Never was ready to get off.
I mean, man.
Yeah, and that
Bird.
was just so fun. I'm just listening to this. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to call her. We need to, because it's coming up for a vote.
Yeah.
And she was like, wow, somebody does listen to Drew. Of course they do. Just
Yeah.
like a lot of people listen to
Of
us.
course. They
Well,
do.
I am excited about our next guest.
Next one.
I don't know if we can read the full introduction, but these lovely people who are sitting up here with me now are the co-founders of Brightside Vacations. I love that name, Brightside. The bright side of the oh no, it's right
There we
side, but
go.
still it should be a boutique travel agency founded right here in Southwest Florida.
Yeah.
It begins as a dream in our college dorm room. At Florida Gulf Coast University, has grown into an award-winning travel company helping clients explore destinations around the world. And you don't recommend something you haven't been to, is that right?
That's true.
Wow. So the perks of the job, you get to travel a lot.
We do.
But they still have to pay for it. It's their company.
Yeah.
They get great.
Yeah.
I'm sure they get lots of perks. Well, tell us about this. You were dorm mates.
No, so we were actually neighbors
Yeah.
and at Florida Gulf Coast, and we met, we started dating, and then we both saw that we had a love and for passion for travel, and we took it off, and we started a little joke at first, do a few like friend trips, and then we went to Europe, and people started messaging us, being like, "Oh, like, can you plan me a trip?" So we're like, "All right, let's do something with this."
Nice.
Spring breaks, and then we took it on from
Yeah.
there. Grad trips and keep on going.
Yeah.
So spring break trips, like sticking with college kids, those kinds of those
'Cause that was, like, what
packages.
you were involved
Yeah,
in,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
And those packages can be very lucrative, by the way. I just to throw that out there. I've dabbled in that a little bit, but yeah, but so you've obviously morphed out of just the college packages, right?
Yeah.
So how is it? Do you just love to travel? Is that what it is? Is that your passion? Is that what you found
Yeah,
out?
we
Or-
do. We love traveling together as well and like finding new
Beautiful.
places, exploring
Yeah.
places that people don't go to. So we like to do
Ah.
different things. Yeah, unique, different places.
So what's the most unique trip
Yeah.
that you can?
I mean, I would say probably last year we went to India and Cambodia together on a trip. That
Yes.
was really cool to see.
Yeah, mind blowing, right?
Mind blowing.
Yeah.
Very
Architecture.
colorful.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Yeah.
temples you can just walk through and be so close to everything. It's just
Right.
really cool.
Yeah, and the people, the smells, I mean, that's the beautiful part about traveling, right?
Yeah, the
You
culture.
get to get all immersed into it, unless you don't want to. Which why do you travel? But
Exactly.
yeah. So your travel is more about immersive stuff. It's not just, hey, we got a 5-star resort, you can be pampered. You
Yeah.
probably have that too.
Yeah, we do
but
it all.
yeah. So what do people mostly want out of travel these days? Because it's kind of a unique world we live in.
They want ease and they want confidence. They want to know that where they're going, it's going to be the way they want it to be. You come something we know, we have a driver there waiting for you with your name on the sign, and we know him. We text him. We can get it easy for you. They just want a nice, friendly reminder on how they begin their trip to feel like they're at home but still traveling. And it really
Oh, you
documents.
really are full service if you have your cell phone.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You get sleep?
Yeah. He's been vibrating since he walked in.
It doesn't end.
Yeah.
We have good help though. We have
Yeah.
great support team.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
How long have you been doing this?
You took the words right out of my mouth, Lois.
We've been doing this for 5.5 years, but full scale going probably the last 3.5, really just steadily going at it, building every year, doing as much as we can.
Do you have like I was scanning your Facebook page, but I didn't get a chance to get onto your web page. But do you have like specific like sales, not sales, but specials that go on
packages.
each month?
Deals,
Packages. There you go.
We have go-tos. If somebody came with a certain idea, we kind of know which direction to send them pretty much.
Yeah, or the cruises, whenever the cruises have big deals, we have them as well. If it's time of year, like in the winter, usually London and Paris is usually cheaper. So we'll tell people, oh, go this time of year.
If you want budget, we can find a way to budget do something. If you want to go high season, we can make it work too. But yeah, it's people don't realize the way an agency works nowadays. It's not the way it used to be. We can't charge a lot of fees. The whole thing is getting it in the from the suppliers ourselves. So it's all being client forward and competitive with internet rates. Obviously, is the whole thing.
Yeah. And a lot of travel packages have changed to more immersive experiences, right?
Yeah.
It used to be the foo-foo stuff, and that's what everybody wanted and escape. But now people want real life. They want to get into a culture. They want to do that. So do you have packages specifically detailed for that kind of stuff? The immersive packages, call it, or whatever?
Well, almost every single one of our packages are custom. So people come to us, we customize everything to you.
Beautiful.
So yeah, if you're looking for more upscale, we'll do that. If you're looking for more budget, we'll do that. If you're looking for more adventurous, you come to us, we'll help you out and pick out like whatever you're more into.
If you want hands-on, like the one we did in India last year, we had a private guide with us at all times. We went from city to city, drivers there, everything was easy. So you could go to a place that might seem more foreign to you and still have it done in a way that's enjoyable.
And there's that perception of safety, right? Because when you get into,
Yeah,
especially in India, you get into some of these cities, it's a cultural mind blow,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of people. I mean, a lot of things going on all around you. So that ease, like you talked about, of movement, and then that safety, knowing that, hey, I have a driver, I have someone who's taking it with me. Where's your favorite place to travel? Where do you guys like to go?
We both love Thailand.
Man,
favorite
Yeah,
one.
it's our favorite place in the world.
is it really?
Yeah.
What
One was in Thailand.
Yeah.
so what is it that you
I was talking about the
what is it that you like about Thailand that makes it your number one?
Everything, honestly. I mean, the way like your money just goes so far there that like you can live like royalty. Like I would say, just the culture there, I love it. The people, the food, everything about it there is just it's so very different than
got
here.
everything you need in a short place to get around. Obviously, it's very far away from here, but once you're
Right.
there, it's easy to do a lot of different cool things in a row. The islands are beautiful.
Right.
The scenery, the temples, the food
Right.
doesn't end. And also, there's a lot around there you can do elsewise. You can add in Singapore, add in Cambodia, like we did last year. There's a lot you can include. And people want help with making logistics work for that.
Yeah.
It's hard to dial all that in together.
Yeah, we make it a goal to go every year to Thailand.
Man,
Do? Oh,
Yeah.
We
And
do
then
guided trips
we do
with
guided
people.
trips.
nice.
So we take people overseas,
Yeah.
show them around.
But Europe is another biggest thing too. Like Italy is
Yeah.
everybody's favorite place to visit. Everybody wants to go to Italy and they want it to be nice.
Yeah.
And it's hard. People think they can just go to every place in a
Right.
week, and you just can't do that.
No.
we'll tell you, look, maybe you shouldn't see every place your first trip. Let's
Yeah.
deal in a few
Yeah.
places.
Yeah, you're going to a country, not a city.
Exactly.
It's a 10-hour trip this way or that way. But it's I just it's amazing to me how quickly. So how you met in 5 years ago, right?
We met like 7 years ago. and
7 years
We were
ago.
dating for like 2, and I'm like, oh, maybe we. And also,
Hey,
COVID,
you ding ding ding. Yeah.
but then COVID hit too, and I feel like we're like, okay, after COVID, like we need to get out, we need to explore, we need to see the world.
The whole
And
vibe
then-
of if not now, when.
When exactly.
Yeah,
Well, that'll wake you up. That
Yeah.
whole COVID experience.
does.
Like, hey, let's get on to. I'm looking at your. You got a lot of deals and promotions going on.
yeah, I
Yeah.
guess, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at their webpage and they have a rotating screen, everything from travel to Las Vegas, Aruba, Italy, Thailand,
You know.
the Azores. Good Lord.
Yeah.
So
Hiking cruise.
what would a Thailand trip cost me? If I wanted to go, is it a week? Is
A
it just a week trip? Or is
2
it,
weeks. It's so
it's
far.
gotta be,
Travel.
right. It's got to be 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, just a range. What would it be? Because like you said, once you get there, everything is quite
Pretty-
affordable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The most expensive part is getting there, is the flight.
Right.
So as long as if you're doing an economy, you can do it for like around like 3K,
Yeah.
I would say.
3 to 4,000, you can go 2 weeks.
Really.
And
Yeah.
it's dialed in.
So I want to
5-star hotel.
go. I want to throw a backpack on, man. I want to see every. I want to go jump off a waterfall. I want to go scuba. I want to do it all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's $3,000 will get that for me.
Yeah, I'll
for-
do that. Yeah, it's crazy. You wouldn't imagine
Yeah.
that. And
So when's the plane leave? I'm ready.
let's
When's
get-
the
Yeah,
next
I'm looking
trip?
at this Thailand. This is, I don't know that my husband would want to go back there, but
Yeah.
um,
Duh.
I'm looking at the
you
Thailand.
see our tigers there.
Yes, I did. Yeah, and the elephants.
So how many people a year travel with you guys right now?
Oh,
I
hundreds.
Hundreds. We have hundreds going out every month, every week,
So-
every day.
Big families will come to us for
Yeah.
like, I want to go. My whole family goes to Thanksgiving together.
because it's the name. I'm telling you, the bright side. I'm like,
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
that
Yeah, and
That's-
word of mouth and
Oh,
stuff.
Hold on. That's truly amazing.
Yeah,
It
it's
really
nice.
is, because travel nowadays is a sketchy thing, and you got to have faith in that, where you're going, what you're doing, and where you're being sent. You recommend this. Okay, I'm going to take your recommendations, and then you show up and you go, I'm not going in there. So if to have that many people continuously, that's awesome.
that
Number
is,
one.
it's crazy.
So yeah.
Another goal of ours is to make sure that we do what's best for the traveler. We want to interview them, talk to them personally, sit down with them if possible, to get to feel what they actually want. Because some
Right.
people want to do the immersive things. Other people want to go to Tahiti and sit at the overwater.
Yeah.
You can do both.
Yeah.
And there's,
Yeah.
there's ways
Yeah.
to do it all, but it's finding the right
Okay.
thing for that person.
Yeah. It's and some people, they haven't traveled a lot. So, it's pretty wild, isn't it? How many people haven't
Yeah.
even been out of the country once?
All
And
the
then-
passports.
yeah, yeah.
Sitting
And
there.
it's like, man, you've never been out of the state. And so to have a travel agency that works with economy and all that stuff, and that comes from where you started it in college.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know exactly what it, you know what I mean? How to get that done. What have you had, like, what is a country where you say, look, we've tried it, we're not going back there right now, it's not good. So if someone would say, I'm going to go travel,
Kazakhstan. Just kidding.
Honestly.
I would say a lot of like some of the African countries that have a lot of visa requirements that's not to be so more leisurely gaining.
Right.
Kind of try to avoid a little bit just because we try to keep it leisure.
Yeah.
Kind of our goal.
Yeah.
We do work with some corporations for the corporate travel, but it's just, we like the more fun side of it and we want to help people do good things. I don't want to send you someplace I wouldn't want to go myself.
Beautiful. Yeah. Because, after the problem is corruption, right? And you don't know. You drive down the road, all of a sudden they put a fence up and say, no, we're in control of all this right now. You're not going back that
I
way.
also don't want you calling me at 3 in the morning saying you're stuck in some place.
Yeah. Yeah. But they just put the fence up, buddy. I got to get out of here. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Mekong Delta, Vietnam. That has a whole different connotation. But these are like
Yeah.
beautiful pictures on the Thailand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a very noteworthy one.
Yeah. What's your next trip coming up? What are you doing?
So we're actually getting married overseas at the end of this month.
In 2 weeks.
The front.
No, what the heck?
And
So
Congratulations. Yeah, heck yeah.
It's a long time coming, but it's time.
7 years, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So it's And getting married in 2 weeks.
Yes.
And where?
Portugal.
And then
Destination
stopping
wedding.
there. We're going on our honeymoon right out of there.
Yeah.
And where are you going? Not that we're going to harass.
Italy.
We're going
No.
We're going to the Maldives.
We're going to Mallorca first.
Yeah.
Mallorca. Oh, beautiful.
With our friends that came, we decided to have them all join us there.
Nice.
The Maldives,
Yeah.
South Africa. We're going to go on a safari.
And then
work our way home a little bit through Egypt. And
this is all work related. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, it will be.
We go there with the first-hand knowledge acquisition in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that is we have such amazing individuals in our community.
And I'm telling you.
And this is one of those great, I say, romantic stories, not only because of the relationship, but because of what you created and built simply out of the passion for traveling and how much you love it.
Yeah.
And want to do what's good for your people. But again, I'm going back to the bright side. I think your name makes people attracted to it.
Yeah.
It picked itself. It just found it.
Yeah. Well, it matches you two is what it does. You know what I mean? Honestly.
We were just going about names and it just clicked. I think we both said it at the same time. I don't really know. It just worked.
It just worked. Yeah, it does work.
So how many trips have you two taken together?
I don't even
count. You can't even count.
I don't think so.
So let me lay it down this way. You've survived all that. You're still getting married.
That's a good thing.
You're going to stay married. That's it. You traveled. You can do it. That's it. Yeah.
You have your values centered, and if you can get around people and do that,
you've been angry with each other. You've been frustrated with each other in the whole 9 yards, and here you sit. So that's a
pretty
beautiful
cool
thing. It is. Yeah.
Pretty cool thing.
Yeah.
So how do people get in touch with you?
Google ads. My best friend.
Just look up travel agent near me. We pop up pretty high on Google.
What'd you say? My best friend?
Google ads is our best friend.
Oh, Google ads are your best friend. Is there best friends new web I missed? Okay.
Referrals. I mean, please tell people, check out our reviews on Google. You'll see all the people putting their pictures from their own travels from us. They speak it for us.
Yeah.
Our reviews are what do it.
Do you have a brick and mortar or no?
We do see people. We have a Fort Myers location. We meet people in person. We also do virtual quite often for people. They don't always want to drive. We meet people at all hours. We are constantly available for people.
Yeah. So
have to move with people's schedules.
Yeah. That's good.
Instagram. That's our top one.
Instagram?
Yeah. Instagram.
That seems to be the big one.
Yeah.
I was telling some young buck, I said, well, on Facebook, he goes, oh, you still use Facebook? And it's like wearing white tennis shoes to play tennis. People know your age range, your demographic.
Right.
So you have to adjust for the time.
So you're saying I'm on MySpace, I'm old. Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
I'm not saying it. He said it.
So then on our website, there's a spot where you could fill out the adventure planner. You kind of give an idea of what you're looking for, and then we kind of will contact you with what we suggest, or we'll have a conversation. And
what's that website? Say it for
RightSideVacations.com.
Beautiful. So is that how most of your people or leads come to you, through the Google ads?
Yeah.
Referrals probably number one, but right off there, right at the website at number two.
Well, you've got great referrals here. 4.8 out of 5 for your Bright Side, and that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. And that's 79 reviews, almost 80 reviews.
Yeah.
So
beautiful.
That's a good thing that you can have that kind of.
Gotta get them up. I love it.
Yeah.
Eye on the prize, baby. It's always a business. I love it. Yeah. And it's those little things that make a difference.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Oh, yeah.
It does, because they add up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just one little thing. Well, yeah, but
a lot of little things add up.
And our goal is not to upsell people to something they won't like. We want you to give us a good review and enjoy your trip and come back. We want you to go, wow, that was what we were wanting, not something we didn't.
Yeah.
Man, I'm loving his personality.
Yeah, I got to go on a trip with you two.
Do you ever ride horses? So maybe that's the syndrome that comes from that. But man, he is ready to lock and load.
I love it, man.
If we go, we're going to go with you all.
Absolutely.
And she'll be the calm one taking care of things, and he'll be
the logistics guy.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm just here for the ride.
Well, this has been great. Well, thanks so much for coming in.
Very nice to meet you both.
Interesting things. If you shoot us something, we'll be sure to talk about it. But also look on Connect locally to 239
Connect
and get on that.
Put your information on
different stuff on.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for hanging in the back and coming on.
Did you have something else?
Oh, it's happy to be here. Thank you guys.
You're very welcome. Thank you guys. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
Man.
as a bug in a rug.
Absolutely. The whole life ahead of him.
Yeah, life ahead of him.
Yeah. My gosh.
He's going to be, you know what? I bet he's great at a bar because he's always bopping. Going out with, he's always got that energy. Yeah.
But you're right. We meet the coolest freaking people on this show, Lois, doing the craziest stuff. If I passed by both of them on the road or talk, I would never
say, hey, what are you doing?
Not in a million years. So
that's what we love about our show,
is.
239 Live.
It is.
And I'm not sure if I even sent any events that are coming up, other than our most special event is tonight.
Open house.
Pray. And then what's the weather? We got that. You have a weather contention. It's not going to rain. As a matter of fact,
yeah, absolutely.
You're exactly right.
Yep.
Nope.
No rain.
Might be a dash of liquid sunshine. But thank you, guys.
No rain. Everybody come. Yeah. No doubt. Yeah.
God, cute. Okay, so we got that today, and when we
6 to 9
here, 6 to 9.
D, do we have a flyer we can throw up real quick? Let everybody see it. Ingrain it in your mind. 6 to 9, open house. Come check us out.
Can I give you some names of individuals who, because they don't have Google, they couldn't go in and do the Google sign up?
Don't worry about it. Just
tell them, come on down.
That's what I'm putting out there right now.
Right.
It's been the response has been phenomenal. We're gonna have everybody in.
Yeah.
We got room for everybody. We got live music. We got food. We got booze. We got everything.
Ebb and flow. A lot of
it will be
coming in after whatever. So it's
6 to 9. So that's why we did it for that time frame. I know it's Friday night and everybody has sometimes other stuff going on. Before you go to the other stuff, stop by, walk through, say hello. After the stuff you're doing, come by, say hello, and we'll be here till 9 o'clock for sure.
And if any people out there have a strong opinion about the tax home tax thing, Florida property tax amendment, if you have tag us on 239 Live Connect locally, because I want to have some people in to talk about this, because there is just a lot of stuff around that.
Yeah, a lot of misinformation.
A lot of misinformation. And so I've gotten some information on that before shortly, and I'm going to want to put together some people to do that, because I don't know all the facts. I can read different things, and I can.
Yeah, but that's it, right? It's such a
convoluted. You can't find it.
What am I reading? Is that right or is that one right? And you know, I guess the source of where you're getting information is what you really need to look at, right? And how trusted is your source, because there is a lot of information. And to be honest with you, and if I can say it, I'm not sure if we all know exactly how it's going to go down anyway, even from a state level. I think they're still kind of, well, no, it wouldn't affect that. But
it does.
But it does.
It's a lot of things. And it's also, here's my fear. It's going to take away power from the local government to weigh in
on things they need to do.
Things that they need to do and so forth. So we already have that whole home rule thing that we're struggling with, keeping Tallahassee out of our business.
Yep.
So
less government.
We're going to figure that out. So if you got something, and we will see you
tonight.
That's
right.
And for those of you that know Eddie Hardnick, on Saturday, we're doing a goodbye. He worked with the veterans and all their resources and stuff they needed. But anyway, it's a great weekend. Thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
We'll talk to you soon.
See you tonight. Come out, Naples.
Yes, come out.
Say hello to Jimbo and Lois.